Hey y'all, Fairy Den Exotics here. We're going to spend about 30 seconds before we speed this thing up. This is Fancy. She's my regal jumping spider. This was her actual pace last night at about, I'd say maybe 10 o'clock when she was furiously working on her new nest. The video's about 6 minutes long. It's just mostly a sped up version of all the videos I took of her last night working on the nest. And I just found it super fascinating, so I thought I would share it with you guys. I think she's getting close to laying soon because this is the first time I've ever seen her so furiously working on this thing. At the end of the video is what it looked like this morning, the work that she's gotten accomplished so far. And she has already started at a slower pace working on it this morning, kind of like a I'm still sleepy pace. So if you were new to Fancy, she is my regal jumping spider that I picked up from a local mom and pop pet shop a few weeks ago. The likelihood of her being fertile is pretty high. She's mature and has already started laying eggs, but if they're not fertile, that's why we got Dude the Spood. And you can watch her just attaching new edges and see her a little clearer from the side here. She was working pretty hard on this nest last night. Now, if you notice the really bundled up pieces of silk in her nest, that's from where she tore apart her old nest in the morning yesterday and then began rebuilding it in the evening yesterday. Regal jumping spiders can lay anywhere from 30 to 300 eggs, and if they're fertile, then it'll be about 8 weeks, possibly 6, before I see the first babies emerge from the outside. We'll really be able to see little slings or eggs with legs before then and know that they're fertile. And if they're infertile, she'll probably sit on them for about 2 weeks before she decides to eat them. So it's mostly just a waiting game at this point. More waiting. My only responsibility will be misting the enclosure twice a day and offering Mama some food. Just some more side view. And this is only sped up to 2 times speed. She was working pretty quickly, but this would have been an 11-minute video if I wouldn't have done any kind of speeding up. If you watch her face, she really looks like she's concentrating on every single placement of the web. Now, a couple of times I did catch her taking a break where she would be kind of laying on her back from the ceiling, like her feet were on the ceiling, and then she was just resting in her little hammock there on her back, and I thought that was really interesting. At first it kind of freaked me out, but then I would see her, get back up and get back to working on her nest, so I think she was just taking breaks. She's working really hard on the edge of this thing here. slowed down a little bit for this part. She was starting to get tired, and I think she was bundling and eating some of the silk, getting it the thicker pieces to where she wanted it to while she was sticking. And this is what it looked like this morning, what she's got done so far. She's doing a pretty good job. She'd moved a tiny bit, done a little bit of work at this point, but really she's just kind of half asleep. There's the edges you can see from the top. And then from the side view, it's pretty sealed up. She's doing a good job. Hopefully we will have eggs soon. Stay tuned for updates.